Well, since I was showing off my stuff that I have, I figured I'd just make another movie today since, why not? Wear my Bleach shirt. Good stuff. Um, I was trying to think of something else that I could make a movie on today. And I was looking at the floor and I saw some of my old PC and PlayStation games. I figured, a lot of you, let me move this closer. A lot of you might have played or heard of. First one I'm going to start with is Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Okay. That game and me go long way back. It was pretty intense. You started off on a separatist ship and you're with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and pretty much like all the other PlayStation Star Wars games started, you had your lightsaber and whatnot, and you went through various levels, doing this and doing that. And you could play as different Jedi. You play as Mace Windu, Plo Koon, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and it was pretty cool. I mean, the graphics weren't bad for its time, so it was pretty interesting. The graphics weren't that bad. You took the different locations you went. You took a trip to Naboo, and you fought alongside with Jar Jar, which was a really tedious level, but whatever, you fought boatloads of battle droids. There was a level where you went to Tatooine, which was pretty interesting because you could talk to a whole bunch of people and whatnot, and that was pretty cool. Well, more like they talked to you, but it was pretty cool. And there was some good things. I'm trying to see. Oh, Adi Gallia, you could play as her too. That's pretty good. And you could always get these power upgrades and whatnot. It was pretty interesting. Let's see what this says. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that was another thing. There was always these random just beasts that would come attack you just from the Star Wars universe. It was pretty intense. It was pretty cool, realistic. I haven't played it in a long time, so you could play 2-player. That was pretty cool. Let's take a look inside. They actually have this cool picture of the council members here, if you can see that. You got Qui-Gon, Gallia, Mace Windu, Plo Koon, and Obi-Wan. Let's see here. That's a pretty cool cover. Mace Windu and Obi-Wan fighting off a bunch of battle droids. Pretty cool. Table of contents. That's pretty cool. Controllers. I don't even know who ever read these, but whatever. Whoever did, more power to ya. I swear I've only read a few. That's cool. They give you like bios on your characters: Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu, Adi Gallia, Plo Koon. That's pretty cool. Supporting characters: Naboo pilots, Naboo royal handmaids, Jar Jar, Anakin, Queen Amidala, different droids. That's pretty cool. They show you different enemies you're gonna encounter and whatnot. Darth Maul. Yeah, I remember that. He stands up on top of this thing, and you're like, what is that black dot up there? And you find out that it's Darth Maul because he jumps down with his 2 lightsabers, or with his double-bladed lightsaber. Pretty cool. They have the levels here. Blade extender. I forgot about that. Health, force. These are items. Special item. Extra life, checkpoint challenge, ultimate power-up, randomizer, and blade amplifier. I forgot about those. Level 1, Trade Federation battleship. Level 2, Swamps of Naboo. Level 3, yeah, City of Theed. I forgot about that. Level 4, Theed Palace. Level 5, Tatooine. Level 6, Coruscant. Level 7, Ruins. Level 8, Streets of Theed. And Level 9, Palace Cliffs. And Level 10, the final battle. Got a cool description for everyone too. Like that. As the Queen, her forces, and the Gungans fight to free Naboo from the clutches of the Trade Federation control, you're left with the task of dealing with the nefarious Sith Lord Darth Maul in the Palace's generator core. If Naboo is to be free, you'll have to use your Jedi wits as well as your strength to defeat the most impressive opponent. That's pretty cool. You got secrets, how to contact LucasArts. Put that back in there. Move on to the next game. Anyway, the game was long and tedious. Like you died a lot of times. a lot of times, and if you didn't die, well then you were amazing. Just to say. Next game, Civilization 3. Now, I know they've come out with Civilization 4 since then. I didn't really like Civilization 4 that much. I mean, it was good, it was cool graphics and whatnot. Civilization 3 is where it's at for me. It was really interesting, cool. The graphics were still pretty good for its time. You know, there was cool campaign, cool maps, cool battles, cool whatnot. The whole thing of Civilization is just really interesting because it's like a board game, so it's just a complete different game all over. The first time I played it, which I played Civilization 2 the first time I ever played a Civilization game, and then I went back later and played the first one, but that was a long time ago. But I was actually expecting it to be like an real-time strategy game. I mean, this kind of is, but you know what I mean, like, you know, most PC games are. Not first person, but, you know, are real-time strategy games. But when I saw what it was, I was like really disappointed. I'm like, wow, I spent like $7 on it, no big deal. But I was like, wow, you know, no big deal. And then I played it, and I was like, wow, this is a really good game. And then I got the third one, and I was kind of disappointed. Whatever. But anyway, so that's that. SimCity 3000 for the PlayStation. Oh man, this is crazy. If you could see the back of this, it's crazy. The graphics were horrible, but somehow I still played it. I'm not sure how I did it. When I look back at it and I look at SimCity 4 now and the new SimCity they're going to come out with, it just blows my mind how far games have gone. It's crazy. I mean, the graphics are just horrible in this, and you look at how big of a city you can get in SimCity 4 and how detailed it is and how epic it is, and you look at this and you're like, wow, we have come a long way. And the next one, which I'm pretty sure most everyone has played, is Gex, the Deep Cover Gecko. This is a more mature game. I'm surprised I played it when I was little. I'm surprised my mom let me play it, because there's some crude references in this game. But overall, it was really fun. One of the biggest things that I remember is fighting those Japanese girls that you'd kick them, and they would just say this stupid, like, annoying phrase over and over and over and over again. But there was other things like the pirate ship was really cool. What was that called? Lake Placid. Yeah, that was horrible. Then there was the one where you were like a mobster. It was really cool. Anyway, it was a really cool game. I remember when I think it was one of the previews was for Soul Reaver, and it was just absolutely terrifying. And then with the game, you got the demo of I believe it was War Tank, something like that. I don't know. It was a really crazy game. They actually had a phone number, a hint line. That's great. Anyway, it was a good game. There's a picture of you got a picture here of him with his skateboard, or his snowboard, I mean. It's pretty intense. So, anyway. Oh, and then there was a level where he's climbing up the mountain of poop. It's like, wow, really? Couldn't think of anything better. The one where you're in the mansion, there was a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, there was also a game demo for Tomb Raider in this, which I didn't bring it out, but that's what I'm going to talk about now. Tomb Raider was the first game that came out on PlayStation, but it was also like my most favorite game of all time. I have good memories with it, good things. Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, Last Revelation, Chronicles, and all the new ones. Even the new ones are good. Now they're coming out with the new one, which looks amazing. I mean, the graphics are beautiful and everything. But the old ones are classic. They're good adventure games. They got your action. They got your hot women. I don't even know. They got everything in it. They got your dinosaurs. They got wolves. Every single thing you could think of. Ancient tombs, Romans, Egyptians, Mayans, all that crazy shenanigans. Good game overall. Beautiful game. Good first game to start out a system. Let me say that. So, next game on my list, without going too crazy about Tomb Raider, is Age of Empires. I have Age of Empires Gold Edition here. It came with Age of Empires and Age of Empires Rise of Rome, the expansion. I spent countless hours while, here's the cover of it, on the inside. I spent countless hours playing this game while everyone was at church, while everyone was doing other things that normal people do. I spent so much time playing this game. It is a good game. It's probably one of the best games I've ever played as well. Not much really in the manual, just tells you how to install it. You know, big deal, like you really need to know how to do that. But back in the day, you know, you run into problems and whatnot. This game is actually produced by Atari, I believe. Yeah, there it is, Atari. This is a really good RTS game, real-time strategy. Real simple graphics, you know, real simple graphics, real nice gameplay, runs real easy, real good stuff. Now they came out with Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 3. Age of Empires 3, I didn't really like it that much. Cool concept, but I didn't really like it that much. Age of Empires 2 is the Age of Kings, if I believe. Really good. I liked it. It was exactly the same as Star Wars Battlegrounds, if any of you played that. It's exactly the same except one's Star Wars and one's, you know, ancient, you know, Mayans, Egyptians, Romans, all that crazy stuff. But it was also like the next step above the Medieval Ages, Dark Ages, Renaissance, you know, all that crazy stuff. You got Vikings, you had the British, you had the French, you had all that, you know, all that stuff from Europe, and the Mongolians from Asia, and all that crazy shenanigans. Persians, I believe, as well. Anyway, this game, really good game. The first one, I have to say, is still the best, even though it's the most simple, and it's not really, there's not really that much to do in it, but it's still the best. It's still fun. Good battles in it. Really fun time. Spent so much time on that. Let's see. I actually have the discs in here. Dino Crisis. Yes. I have Dino Crisis 1 and Dino Crisis 2. Now they only made Dino Crisis 3, I believe, for the original Xbox. I don't know, maybe not. But beautiful game. Capcom made it. It was awesome. I don't even know how to explain it. The first one was kind of slow, not as fun, but it followed Regina, which was the main character, and there was a lot of puzzle solving, a lot of figuring out where these dinosaurs came from, how dinosaurs got here, and it's all this time warp continuum shenanigans where this gets here, they're out of time, they have to fight these things that they don't know, and they just happen to be dinosaurs. So that one's pretty intense. The antagonist is the T-Rex, just like it is in the second one. The second one starts off more defining what happened, how they got stuck out of time, how they need to get back, the Third Energy Project, and this one is about Regina. She returns in the second one, and about Dylan, who is a STAT member, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. He's there for the military, and she is there on a, you know, secretive co-op mission and whatnot. And the antagonist, again, is the T-Rex all the way up until the very end, where you find out the Gigantosaurus, which is even bigger than the T-Rex, and it's huge and it's gigantic. But it was a really good game. There was poison levels, there was Velociraptors, T-Rexes, Triceratops, Allosaurus battles. There was an underground whole level, which I regret every single time. There was a lava level, which was probably the most intense one. Then there was the final battle with the Gigantosaurus, where you had to shoot a huge satellite laser from space, and you had to destroy him. Let's see here. Mortal Kombat, don't have to say that much. Obviously, great game. Awesome. The first time I played it was actually on, wasn't on PlayStation, or, you know, the original systems. It was, well, actually it wasn't original system, but it was a Game Gear. I played it on the Game Gear. They had their little cartridges, and I played it on there. Needless to say, great game. New games are great, everything, whatnot. So, I'm gonna stop this video right now. I gotta go eat. I'm gonna pick it back up and see where we go from there. Alright.